look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. So I had a very loyal member and subscriber who made a membership decision to pay monthly to be on this channel, request for me to make a video like this. And the question was, what is my take on the fact that modern day women, black women in particular, have walls put up in their hearts? So I'm gonna give you my understanding of it, my point of view. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, walls, when people say that a woman have walls up, that means that she has a buffer between you and them. This is normally displayed when they are emotionally unavailable. This is when they have a lot of insecurities. This is when they have a lot of jealousies about what you may or may not be doing. Sometimes when a woman has walls up, she doesn't feel sure about herself. She's already expecting for the relationship to fail. Now, the name of the person who requested this, Astro Bars. That's the name, Astro Bars. I hope you like the video. Anyway, long story short, we talk about these walls all the time, but we never really break it down. So let me break it down for you. When it comes to these walls, I want you to understand that these walls are built brick by brick on past experiences with men, past traumas, past heartbreaks, past failures, failed relationships. For example, most women don't develop having standards when it comes to dating until after the fact that they have failed in relationships. What do I mean? If you find a woman who says, well, on my list, my criteria, a man must have, let's say, he doesn't have any children. It's because she done dated men who has had children and that relationship didn't work out. If she tell you things like, well, my man must remain gainfully employed to be with me, that's because she has dated men who was not gainfully employed. They may have had a job, quit, got fired, got another job, quit, got fired. Inconsistencies. When a woman says my man must be consistent, if I date her, if she dates me, blah, 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 then my man must be consistent. If that's one of her things on her list, it's because she has dated men who have been very inconsistent. So what I'm trying to tell you, each brick in that wall that she has up between you and her represents a relationship. Now, contrary to popular belief, women tend to fall in love in their teenage years. You will never meet a woman in their 20s, late 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s who has not ever been in love before when they was teenagers. That's my personal opinion. Why? Because when we was growing up, we seen girls, high school girls, teenage girls, fight other high school girls over men that they was in love with. We seen high school girls get pregnant by high school teens and was in love with those teenage boys, and then it didn't work out, but they was in love with them. Now, those failed relationships with those teenagers, also add that to the failed relationships that she has experienced in her 20s, add that to the failed relationship that she had experienced in her 40s, from teens, 20s, 30s to her 40s. All those failed relationships represent each brick in that wall. Now, gentlemen, there's no way around that wall, because that was one of the questions that was asked to me. How do I get her to tear down her walls? You can't. I know they're going to hurt your feelings, because a lot of you believe that if I just wait, if I just give her time, if I show and prove to her that I'm not like the rest of the men, then she is going to drop the wall. Each brick going to fall apart, and then she's going to open up to me. That is not how it happened. Some of those bricks can only be removed by the people who have hurt her. For example, some of those bricks might be a failed relationship or a bad relationship with her mother or father. You can't fix that. That mother and father have to apologize to their woman. They have to find a way to meet common ground. They have to find a way to reconcile for that brick to be removed. Some hurts cannot be removed. Some hurts are only removed by the people who have hurt them. You get what I'm saying? Now, the only way to conquer the wall that a woman has in her heart is to leave her alone. The thing about women who have their walls up, you will always tend to have accessibility to her womb through sex. I'm just being honest with you. A lot of women you sleep with, they have walls up, will not let you get close to them emotionally, but they will let you get close to them physically. They will let you beat it up, skeet on them, do all kind of freaky stuff to them, but they will not give you their hearts because those walls are around them. So like I said, the majority of time, when a woman says she has standards, it's because she has experienced a bad relationship, and from that bad relationship has given birth to these so-called unreasonable standards. This is why women want men that are within 14% of all population in America, which is 6 feet and above. This is why women want men that are within the 1% or 2% of all men who make 6 figures a year. A lot of times they were dealing with broke men. And even if you have money and she sees that you have good money, she will expect you to be generous to her. She will expect you to break bread with her because she dealt with men who did not do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So her walls have been placed there from bad decisions in men. It has nothing to do with you. And like the only thing to get past that is therapy. The only thing to get past that is her. She has to decide to take that wall down brick by brick. Yes, you can show love. Yes, you can do all these things. Yes, it will make her feel good. Yes, it may make her consider removing that wall. But there's fear. You know how you got cement? When you put brick on top of another brick, you lay down some cement, and then you put a brick on top of that, then you lay down some more cement. Well, that cement represents fear. Okay? She has a bad experience underneath fear. And she puts more fear, which is the cement, on top of that brick to lay down another experience. You get what I'm saying? Let me break it down. I hope I'm doing this right to y'all. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. In order for her, even though you're treating her good and she considers to let down her wall, that fear is going to reinforce that. That fear of what if I'm wrong? Fear of should I let her in? Should I let him in or not? That fear is going to keep that wall there because it's uncertainty that's bothering her. So they put, like people who lay bricks, you got your cement, which represents fear in this analogy. Then you put that brick, which represents a trauma, a bad relationship, on top of that cement, which represents fear. That fear keeps that bad relationship there. It's not going nowhere. That memory of that bad relationship is not going anywhere. You get what I'm saying? So this is why you're having a hard time getting through to her. This is why you are wasting your time. You're going to have to find somebody else because there's absolutely nothing you can do about making a woman drop her wall. Now, this is still a reaction video, but I wanted to answer this question that this member sent me, and I want to make this video because this member sent me this request. And I only do requests for members who subscribe monthly to my channel. So this is a reaction video. I'm going to play this clip. All these clips are of fair use. This is an educational video talking about relationships. Now I'm going to show you some examples of women that you can obviously tell will have a wall up. Let's get going. Excuse me as I pull it up, ladies and gentlemen.
We're the only group. Not even our men are expected to do this. We are the only group that have to get in a relationship and prove our love by being drugged in the mud forever.
Think about this. Now, what she's saying is she's thinking about past relationships. She's saying we are the only group that has to be drugged through the mud. That means she have experienced bad relationships. She have had bad choices in men. And because of that, she is going to, and I guarantee it, she's going to have a bad wall up. She's going to have a huge wall up. She don't look good anyway. That's beside the point. But other than that, pretend she was pretty, pretend she didn't look like this, she's going to have a wall up. And it's going to be hard. You can never climb over a woman's wall. You cannot break that wall down. You cannot go around that wall. You cannot dig underneath that wall. That wall is there and there's nothing you could do about it. It's going to take time. She got to come out and start believing in men again. When women have their walls up, they don't believe in men no more. They believe in only the bad things that a man can do to them, not the good things that a man could do to them. That's what you have to understand. Let's keep going.
We are the only group. We have basically been groomed to go through the fire, to the limit, to the wall, through the limit, to the wall, for a chance to be with you. I'll gladly risk it all. Do that sound familiar?
It sounds familiar to me. Sound like you've been getting in bad relationships, but that's not the men's fault. That's your fault. That's your fault. There we go. One more time. Excuse me.
Let's talk about it. Because the way these males expect for black women to just put up with things they wouldn't even put up with is astounding to me. The amount of times a male will cheat on a black woman and then pray and beg for her to stick around and work through the pain and, stay with him. But yet the minute he's cheated on, he is out the door. And when you ask them, why do they expect for us to stay and work through it, but yet they leave, they literally will tell you, well, no one's making you stay. Excuse me. It's so bad now. We will have males who will glorify and romanticize all that he put his woman through on an Instagram caption under a picture like it's cute. It's not. What is going on? It's been so many times I've heard black women speak on the pain and things their partner put them through, and yet they stayed to where
There it is. The pain, the fear, the bricks of the wall. Now you listen to her. She is another woman. You can tell. You're listening to a woman who has a wall up already. Okay? This is why body count is so important, ladies, because the more men you sleep with, it does impact your ability to pair bond with another man, because you're going to have all these walls up. You're going to have all these insecurities, these doubts, these jealousies, because you sleep with so many different men, because you have opened your heart and your legs up to many different men, because you have decided to suck on and grind on Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook, and even men who are not like those men when it comes to money. You are giving your womb out like it's just free. Do whatever you want to do with it. Go ahead, hit it up, have your way with it, and then you get emotionally attached. You'll get your heart you get your heart broken, and then next thing you know, all men ain't doo-doo. Now you got this negative ideal about all men. This is why. You listening to this woman right here.
I can't help but wonder if that script was flipped. Would your partner have endured that pain and stayed as well? If the answer to that question is you don't know or no, then sister girl, why are you?
Walls. Nothing but walls, man. Nothing but walls. Anyway, Astro Bars, I believe your name is. Excuse me. Astro Bars. I hope this is satisfactory for you. Hope you like this video I made for you. Anyway, all of y'all have a great day. I'll talk to y'all soon. You hear?